And in the worst news of the week, Jupiter the Hybrid, known internet predator and probably one of the worst, is back online. If you don't know who this man is and you're wondering why I called him one of the worst predators online, it's because he'll tell you with a smiling face that yeah, he does have a 16-year-old girlfriend. Yeah, he's not gonna change that. And of course, that's until the internet gets on his ass, he runs for the hills, and then comes back a couple months later saying that he has changed, and then of course he gets caught doing it all again. It's a man the police are aware of, as many times have they gotten reports about this dude. They've confiscated his electronics, and honestly, we're just in a waiting period here, wondering why this horrible predator is out on the streets still, and still able to talk to children over the internet. And at the point we're at right now, we're at the first step of the Jupiter cycle. This is when he comes back to the internet and tells people that he's done nothing wrong, he will do nothing wrong in the future, and that everyone needs to get off his ass. And that will never happen, especially when he comes from a family of people all accused of the same thing. And actually, I used the wrong word there. He's had two brothers who have been in prison, and they both went there for crimes against children. And these are two guys that Jupiter looks up to and speaks so fondly of. And it shows that no matter what they did, he's never gonna look at them in a bad way. He's never gonna speak an ill word about them, because that's in the past and they've changed, just like he wants people to believe he's changed. And it just shows the guy doesn't care about consequences for any of these actions for other people who do it, and that's mainly because he doesn't want to face any repercussions every time he does this stuff. And the fact that he's not arrested and here on the internet where he can talk to all these kids makes it so much worse. And so today we're going to look at these comeback videos, and then when we're done watching them, I'm going to have a little update for you guys of something that happened in the past couple days involving Jupe, and it's really going to just floor you, because it's gross, we'll just say that.
You may know me as Jupiter, Shadow Raven, and Malaforce by now. But this video isn't just about me. This video is about all of us. All of us in this day and age are still facing injustice. Being judged by the way we look, or for our actions on something we did when we were young. Or even just for shit we did on the internet. We all get judged. It needs to stop.
So the very heroic Jupiter the Hybrid is calling for an end to injustice, and the injustice he's speaking of is people still giving him shit on the internet. And that's kind of the way he describes it. He's beating around the bush, saying for, how people look, and then their actions. No. If you just look the way you look, nobody would care, Jupiter. Some people might think you look creepy, but that's their opinion. Nobody would really go out of their way to tell you that. But the fact is, your actions, it speaks everything about you. People can 100% judge you on your actions. And when you say it happened when you were younger, you can't say that, because it happened when you were 6 months younger than you are right now. It doesn't need to stop, Jupiter. You need to continue hearing this because you never listen. The things that people tell you aren't just meant to be jabs at you and meant to be insults. They're genuinely telling you that you are being a creep and you need to stop talking to kids on the internet. And that's not even remotely close to something that would make you a victim. You make other people the victim, and that's why people don't like you online. It's not because of how you look or for any other reason, but he's going to continue to try to compare this to the plights other people go through, and it's a really, really messed up thing for him to do, but he'll do it anyway because he's just trying to get himself out of the shit that he dug himself into.
It needs to come to an end. I watched videos listening to how Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson stood up to people who were basically judging people based on their skin tone. And Dwayne, if you are watching my videos, I think you're an amazing guy. So keep up the work that you do. It's good.
I mean, what's there to even say about that one? Hey Dwayne, what's up, brother? And how's Moana going, dude? I think what he's bringing up there about that video where The Rock stands up for somebody is a clip from that movie with The Rock and Kevin Hart. Where Rock's the kid getting picked on in high school. But then when they get older, The Rock's the one protecting Kevin Hart. I think Jupiter watched that movie and was like, wow, what an inspirational guy, just standing up for the bullies and everything. That's who I want on my side, because I'm getting bullied. Come on, Rock, come help me defend myself from all these accusations of being a predator that I totally did. But what's even more ridiculous is the fact that he thinks The Rock is gonna find his video and watch it anyway. As Jupiter brought up in the beginning, we call him Jupiter. He then tried to change his name to Shadow Raven. Well, he's trying to change it again to Malforce, M-A-L Force, and he's just going to keep trying to jump to different names to try to get that Jupiter the Hybrid stink off of him. It's for the most part what every YouTube or internet predator does. They try to change their name so they can run away from their past. White Bowser did it. He changed his name to Night from Afar, and now it's like Gregory House Gaming. These guys are crazy. Cyrax, DJ Shadowblade, well, Jesus Christ, I could go down the list with him. They all love changing their name because they think it'll erase the past, and they'll be able to have a fresh new start. But that is such a scary thought that these people have, to be like, well, I know I did this horrible shit, but I really don't want to deal with the consequences. So let's just hope everyone forgets and I can move on and live on with my life, because they don't give a shit about the people that they hurt. That's the constant with all the pedos. They're all so selfish. They only care about themselves staying out of trouble. And they're just horrible all-around people. It's not that hard to see. Just as being a pedo yourself, you deserve the worst. But they always exhibit so many other shitty tendencies and qualities that it's yeah, these people are just all around. There's no redeeming qualities about them.
Anyway, as I was saying, we've all been judged.
Twitter, can I still send you pictures of myself even if I'm underage? Because I'm only 13.
It's up to you, sweetie, if you want to. Because I don't mind. If you do, I don't mind. Do you plan on turning me in if I say yes?
No, I would never.
I'd lower the age of consent all the way to 16 if you guys wanted me to. Or I'd even change it to 15.
We've all been misjudged by everybody around us.
Or I'd even change it to 15.
I am doing something here now, realizing that there is so much injustice in this world. We all need to stand together, not against. So this is Malforce taking a stand against injustice. You should never judge a book by its cover. If you did judge a book by its cover, then all you'll do to yourself is make yourself look stupid. I am, and always will be, Corbin Pinnell. But I am Malforce and Shadow Raven. And that is who I am. And that is who I will continue to be.
It's crazy to say that when you yourself are the textbook definition of, yes, you can probably judge a book by its cover. Because I brought up earlier, some people might look at Jupiter and go, man, it's a pretty creepy guy. That guy probably gets into some weird shit in his free time. And they'd be right. They'd see the cover and they'd know exactly what that book reads. I get the sentiment, but it's you could see the author's name and just strictly know, oh, it's one of those books, it doesn't work for you, Jupe. But he keeps bringing up injustice and that he's taking a stand. And really, he's like most of these other the guys I just mentioned. He's selfish. He doesn't give a shit if anybody's going through hard times. Think about his victims. He's not bringing them up. It's all about him. The injustice he faces, his daily life, all the adversity that this poor predator has to go through, considering everybody online knows that he is indeed a predator. Words like that are so overused nowadays, but in this guy's case, and in most of the other people we cover, sadly, it's the truth. You gotta let people know that. You can't look at this guy and go, oh, that's Corbin. You have to go, oh, that's that guy who's a predator. His name is Corbin. I can't stress that enough.
You shouldn't judge me based off of actions I did. I'm not a bad person. I just made mistakes, but I learned from them. So should you all. This goes out to those who are judging others based on their skin tone. This goes out to them. Never judge a book by its cover, people. Because that book might just come around and bite you in the ass. Because you judged us based on what we did or what we looked like.
Okay, so now he equates what's going on with him to like racism apparently. He calls out people who judge others on their skin color, which I don't see how that like relates to Jupiter, but apparently it does. Because at the end there he goes, again, what we look like and our actions. So I think, like, again, like, it's horrible. He's trying to lump himself in with, like, victims of racism. It's not at all what goes on with you, Jupiter. And then he brings up there, you shouldn't judge me on my actions. Genuinely, let me ask you something. Kiwi Tapes brought this up on our show the other week, 2i for Stupid. He said, then what can we judge you on? And that's facts. Really, like, if you can't judge a man on his actions, what can you judge? Nothing. So he's just some infallible man as Jupiter that none of us should ever criticize because he's changed. Yeah, how has he changed? Again, we don't know and we shouldn't have to ask, but just know that he's changed. He's said that he's changed so many times and then goes back and does the same terrible actions again. And now he's trying to like morally grandstand and be like, all of you should take a lesson from this. Since I have changed, all of you can change. And you shouldn't like be coming at my throat because I am a changed man. And if you were, you'd be sitting here for 10 minutes talking about how terrible what you did was, not admonishing all the people who've called you out for those actions.
The internet is full of pieces of shit. But this here is me, myself. I'm taking a stand against injustice these days. The entire time I've been making videos on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, the whole time I've been making videos, I have been judged. I have had death threats hurled at me. I've had people call me a child predator when I'm not.
So this is your girlfriend?
Yes, in the UK. In the UK, she actually, in the UK, 16 is actually considered adulthood. Did you not know that? Yeah, in the UK, she's considered an adult.
This is your current girlfriend, though, like as of right now?
Yes, actually. It's not fair. This world isn't fair. But should you judge someone based on what they did, on past actions, or on their skin color? Then take another look at yourself. Take another look at yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, do you want to be that person?
Okay, like for real, stop lumping in skin color with actions, Jupiter. It's not a bunch of racists going after you. Like, I don't know why he's trying to make this comparison. But let me ask you, everybody, maybe down in the comments, let me know. Do you think Jupiter's right? Do you think, you shouldn't judge a man on his actions? Oh, Jupiter, he's changed. And why has he changed? Because he said he's changed. It's like, how dare you? How dare you say stuff about Jupiter's, like horrible past? Look yourself in the mirror and just be like, wow. Like, I'm such a terrible person for calling out a predator. Like, I'm the worst, right? Jupiter, you're the worst. And everyone who said these words to you has been speaking nothing but facts. All these people should do is look themselves in the mirror and go, you know what? Man, I'm happy I'm not Jupiter the Hybrid. That shit would suck.
And to any, if any famous people are watching these videos, any famous people at all, any celebrities, basketball players, whatever, just know that I stand with you guys. I stand to support everybody, no matter their skin tone, no matter where they come from, because I learned from my mistakes as a person, and I learned that injustice shouldn't be let loose in this world. That is all I have to say. Farewell, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time.
Yeah, his racism really shined through on that statement. He doesn't really care about color or nothing like that, but if any basketball players are watching, like, why them specifically, Jupiter? I don't know. I think he feels like if Kevin Durant goes, hey, everybody, stop fucking with Jupe, they will. Like, maybe if The Rock says it, they will. He's praying that some celebrity swoops in and just saves him. But guess what's like the cruel reality? The most famous people who are going to watch this video, guys like me. How sad is that? How sad is that? Like, you got losers like me Jupiter, who are like, compared to who's watching this, oh my god, dude, I'm the Rock in this situation technically. And I'm not thinking of giving you advice, I'm thinking of hitting you with the people's elbow. But all jokes aside, what a delusional video to make. Like, again, this guy, he comes back every couple months and it's like, hey guys, I've changed. Look, I'm going to come back to the internet now and just continue doing what I'm doing. And it never clicks to him that you don't understand that what you've done is so horrible and such a hated thing in like almost everywhere in the world that nobody wants to see your face on here ever again. People just want you in prison where you belong. And he thinks he's going to have some raving, like high fan base who's going to love this guy for just doing what he does. And the question you might be asking is, what does he do? Nothing really. He just is a predator. And he also makes TikToks complaining about people calling him out for being a predator. Almost everything this guy does is just calling out trolls. He doesn't really have any original content until now, because Jupiter posted another video on this channel that may be one of the worst ones ever. Like, I think he really wants to get into this ghost hunting stuff, and so in his mind he was like, let me make up a story about my situation with a ghost, because let's put all the cards on the table right now and say that Jupiter did not have a paranormal experience. He probably just twitched or something, but you're gonna see the video right here, and you tell me at the end, do you think Jupiter experienced a ghost just grabbing him by the collar while he's making like ramen or some shit?
So, it's story time. Recently, I've had a lot of paranormal stuff going on in my house. Like, weird footsteps in the kitchen when no one's in there. Feeling a presence in my room.
I don't think there's anything paranormal about that. About living in a group home with a bunch of mentally ill people and crackheads. You know, that's where the footsteps are coming from, Jupiter. And the presence in your room, well, that's Larry just looking for where he left his pipe.
And just recently, a couple weeks ago, I was in the kitchen, making myself some dinner. And if any of you asked what I was making, it was ramen. And I was stirring it and everything, you know, preparing to dump it all into a bowl. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, I feel something grab the back of the nap of the shirts that I was wearing to keep warm. I feel something or someone grab the back and pull me backward. Scared the ever-living daylights out of me. And I don't know if that spirit was malevolent or benevolent, but I'm still like freaking out about it. It's still fresh in my mind. So I figured I'd, you know, hate that tick that the fucking... I don't mean to cuss. But I hate that stupid freaking heater. It makes this weird ticking sound and it just drives my mind wild. It just drives my mind insane.
What if it's the heater just fucking with him? Like, I keep seeing trailers for this new movie coming out called The Monkey, where there's a little symbol monkey, kind of like the one from Call of Duty Zombies, and basically that monkey just being there makes it so, like, all this bad shit happens, and people are just getting taken out left and right, and I think that's what the heater might be. You know, click, 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 and Jupiter's just sitting there losing his goddamn mind. He's like, all right, I'm gonna get my mind off this. Let me make some ramen. And the heater's like, no, you're not. Like, give me that collar. The heater is his biggest troll. Like, shout out to the heater. Really, we need some love for the heater in the comments. But just what a lame story. And he really expects people to believe this just because he wants something so badly. He wants some paranormal shit to happen to him just so he can come on YouTube and make a video like this. You know, it's probably kicking him that he didn't get any video of this, because I don't know what happened, but I'll tell you this much. No ghost has grabbed Jupiter. If they did, they'd be doing a whole lot worse than just messing with him. You know, Jupiter's someone who's got a pretty bad track record. I can imagine if a spirit or an entity got their hands on him, they wouldn't just mess with him. They'd probably be like, all right, here's some judgment now. And if I'm being honest, I don't remember how this video ends, but I think, and I'm not going to take this out of the video even if it's not what I think he gives like a long outro that would even put one of my videos to shame.
Anyway, as I was saying, the entity, whatever, or whoever it was, grabbed me by the nape of my shirt and ripped me back, nearly making me drop the pot of ramen, and it was a hot pot of ramen, mind you. And I'm still scared, So, yeah. Anyway, I will be posting more stories like this to my page. So do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. And, yeah. I will start posting story times. I'll start posting my paranormal stuff, you know, all the usual stuff. I'll even go on, you know, paranormal. I'll go to places I can access here in Idaho until I can, you know, until the police case against me is all solved. Anyway, I will be posting more videos like this. Thank you all for listening to this weird, freaky kind of story. But if any of you have some weird entities in your house, pick up a Bible or any sacred text and read aloud from it, and it should expel them. It is a little known trick to use ancient or, you know, blessed texts such as Book of Mormon, Bible, whatever is sacred to your religion. Read that aloud, and it should expel the spirit from your home or from your vicinity. Of course, I cannot fully do this, so you have to find the fatal verse. The fatal verse will scream out at you, and you will be able to find the fatal verse and end whatever is going on.
My first takeaway from that is that I was totally right. That was unbearable, and I'm pretty sure I cut some out there too, or at least Kiwi cut some out. This was his video he edited. Shout out to Kiwi for that one. But also, right, remember, chat, this is the devil who's talking right now. This is a man who, on a live stream, just became Satan himself to confront myself and Kiwi. Like, it was some scary shit. And now he's a Bible-thumping, like, spirit keeping away from man. Like, I don't know, Jupiter. It seems pretty weak for someone who wanted to be the Prince of Darkness, for a spirit who only wanted a little bit of your ramen to now make you just jump to the other side. I'm sorry. He's a bandwagon. He is a bandwagon Christian. And all this really tells me is that, if something were to happen, like with a ghost or like any type of confrontation with a person or a spiritual entity, Jupiter would bitch out. Like, he is so afraid of everything. That's why he's always in the house, and he only throws out threats when he's on the internet. As a matter of fact, he did that just the other day, because Nick Nobody, fellow YouTuber here, it'll be linked in the description below, makes some great videos. Nick was talking about Jupiter, and Jupiter decided to respond in a now deleted video where he basically was just like, yo, I want to find you. I'm going to end you. He was not playing games. And that's what he's up to. Like, he's just waiting for people to talk to him so he can throw out threats that he will never, ever back up. So Jupiter had this account for a couple months before anyone realized it. Back on December 5th, he posted this video being like, hey guys, I'm good, I'm doing well, living my life off the internet. And apparently, apparently he has a job. And that got a lot of people worried when they saw what exactly was on his shirt. And that is a UPS logo. Jupiter might be working somewhere where, God forbid, he's not in no trucks, just out on the street delivering packages, going up to people's houses, because this dude should be nowhere near anybody's front door. I'm just saying that right off the jump. But at the end of the day, this is a dude who should absolutely be in prison. And I don't know how long this job lasted for Jupiter, because it was only a few weeks before he was back to posting shirtless vlogs, freaking out about the trolls, talking about ghost stories, spending all his time doing that. So I can't imagine this job lasted very long. And since this channel was so off the grid, I can't imagine much people knew about this. So he had to do something himself to lose it, which really isn't it's not hard to believe, right? It's fucking Jupiter. And the only reason we're not actually playing these so you can hear what he's saying is because he has copyrighted music just blaring over his words, as he mostly does in these things. But he then deleted everything. Once people started talking about it again, the fact that Jupiter was back, he fled, he ran for the hills. But that didn't stop him from coming back just a few days ago, with one post saying that he's now talking to a 37-year-old woman. And immediately, anybody who read this knew that's probably a red herring. Jupiter he's never talked to anybody who's a day older than he is. He's always talking to minors. And it seems like he's just thinking of a random number, throwing it out there to try to get the trolls off his back. and it's not going to work. This guy has a proven track record of showing that he's just a horrible human being. So nobody's believing that, but he's trying to get people to. And obviously there's a lot of people looking into Jupiter, so if anything horrible comes out that he's doing right now, I'll tell you about it in an update video if I need to make one. But he did do one final thing that really just had everyone putting their head in their hands. Because Jupiter thought it would be a good idea to own some troll he was in contact with. He posted all the screenshots of their text logs, kind of thinking that he was putting this guy in his place. But what Jupiter did was he didn't notice, I guess, what was in these chat logs he posted. And in maybe the second or third picture is a clear as day photo image of Jupiter from the waist down, or I would say maybe from like the tits down, fully and completely nude. And it's scarring. It's something that scars your eyes if you see it. But there's one silver lining of goodness in this, is that you don't actually see it. You know, the let's just say Jupiter's member. There is so much fupa that it makes it completely like invisible. And I'm sorry that I have to go into this much graphic detail, but I obviously can't show you it, so I must now explain it to you so it's ingrained in your mind like it is in mine now. And obviously, he deleted this shortly afterwards as well. Or I don't know if he deleted it or if it got like banned, or like reported and taken down, which it absolutely should have. He would post things like this and say, "Hey there guys, Malforce here. This is my last update. I'm going through something and I need to get a grip on my life. Don't worry, I won't be gone forever, yada yada yada." He's using a bunch of pictures of like dragons and eventually furries and also like Fallout logos. It's really weird. And then out of nowhere, a picture of his fucking mom shows up too, that catches you off guard. And for the most part, that's about it with Jupiter. Again, if anything happens with this guy, you know I got you covered on letting you know. And please spread the word, because people need to know that this guy's back on the internet, because he's always lurking, and he's always a massive problem that should be in prison, as I've stated numerous times across this video. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm trying to get back into the swing of making videos. Everything's been going good, and I hope everything's been going good for you guys as well. So, until I see you guys in the next one, I'm going to hop out of here. And I hope you guys stay safe. So when that day comes, I will see y'all again. And ladies and gentlemen, take care.